the projects have to come from the municipal level. Major issue that we have is like 60% of the infrastructure responsibilities, 60% of that is under the responsibility of municipalities, but they only have 8% of the tax base. Now that's something you'll hear all the time, but it's very important. There's this total disjunction. So what is the federal role? It is there to support the municipalities to get infrastructure in place and upgrade it, because every time you put something in place, you need to upgrade it. Infrastructure banks have been discussed for many years. There are a couple of proposals out there. It is something we definitely have to move on, and it would be an arm's length organization so that it's not going to be partisan, saying, well, why did they choose the Champlain Bridge over some other bridge? Or we need to just get the money out there so that we're not leaving an unsustainable burden to our children.
Well, I think one of the greatest things about the NDP platform is that we want to work cooperatively and be a sustainable partner for municipalities to set their own priorities. And I think that's something that's been missing in federal politics in the last while, is that municipalities are experts in their own communities. So we need to listen to those voices and help them achieve their goals. And we want to do this all on a balanced budget. So, Tom Mulcair has put forward a plan that is bold, measured, and fully costed. And I'm very excited to implement it when the NDP is elected.
The big issue in terms of perspective is we need a national vision here, because these things are so interconnected, and it wouldn't be right for me to say this issue locally or that issue specifically, because what we want to do is come to our provincial and municipal partners and show them that they've got a willing partner at the federal level.
I met with councillors like George Giroux and Michael Kakish to discuss the north-south expansion of the O-Train and other projects that will ease congestion and improve this community. In the south central and part of the amalgamated city, there aren't a lot of options to get into work in the morning, to get into the downtown from places like Greeley, and as a result, Bank, the Airport Parkway, and Albion can get very congested around 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And then southbound, the same thing happens in the evening. I think that's one of the reasons why City Council wanted to expand the O-Train out to Bowesville Road.
The very nature of infrastructure is not about a single bridge or a single roadway. It's about systems of hundreds or thousands of roadways, bridges, communications. It's about systems of issues. That's the very nature of infrastructure. And I know that my opponent has focused on single projects, but really that's to miss the point entirely.
Well, I definitely think the sewage treatment issue that we're having with the extra waste going into the Ottawa River is definitely something that I would really like to undertake. It's a huge environmental catastrophe every time that it happens, and it's been a problem for a very long time. And I think that the next phases that haven't been committed to for light rail would really benefit the riding of Carleton, specifically the Leitrim stop and the Bowesville stop, because it would alleviate a lot of the congestion, but also, it helps environmentally as well. So those are things that I would like to help see take place. And also the bus rapid transit is going to, if it comes through, will only reach Eagleson. So I'd like to see it go further and come out to Stittsville, because we have a lot of congestion build up, and I think that will really help to alleviate that.
There's some that are going ahead which people are opposed to, and that would be the Energy East pipeline. That is a huge concern here in Stittsville, where we're sitting right now, and in Richmond, and moving across under the Rideau River. So that's a concern over infrastructure that's going in place that is going to require federal action to stop at least the idea that we're going to ship the raw bitumen. We're not opposed to pipelines per se, but it's the raw bitumen coming from the west. So yeah, the municipal councillors will be the ones that bring up the projects that need to be completed, and to the to the greatest extent, the Green Party is concerned to get sure we're getting the money, so that we prioritizing becomes a little easier because we're not trying to pick and choose, and there's going to be no sort of partisanship involved in it.